Marianna and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking all about my new iPhone 17 Pro. I'm going to be showing you all of my go-to apps, my accessories that I have on it, and then also showing you a concert camera test. Last night, I went to go see Katy Perry on her second night at the O2 in London, and it was the first time that I was able to take my new phone to a show, and it did not disappoint. It was so good. I didn't necessarily need to upgrade to the iPhone 17 because I literally had the 16 Pro. However, I'm always drawn to the latest features of the iPhones, and this one specifically, it wasn't just the camera, but I also was really interested in the vapor cooling chamber thing that they brought out, because the 16, if you had it, same with the 15, the titanium, it got overheated very often, and I do a lot of higher intensive workloads on my phone compared to your average phone user. I'm sure many other creators can relate. When you are taking lots of photos and videos and working within multiple apps, editing 4K footage, uploading, just doing lots of things at the same time, your phone can get overheated. So for me, I was really interested in that, and so far it's been performing really well. I just realized I haven't even had it for a week yet. It's only been 5 days. I got it on Friday, which was the 10th of October, and I'm filming this on the 15th. So even though it's only been 5 days, so far I'm very impressed. Now, in terms of accessories, I have two things that I have on my phone basically all the time. The case I keep on all the time. I really do prefer the iPhones without a case. It's not even for protection, to be honest, because I always get Apple Care, but it's mainly to have more grip on my phone because I use it predominantly for creating content, and so being able to have that silicone grip, I know it's not going to slip and slide out of my hand, is really good. And also if I need to prop it against something on a surface, if it wasn't with the silicone, it would usually just slip and fall. I literally have the case on it for practical uses more so than anything else. But I do really like the Apple cases. I think that they look really nice and clean and aesthetic, and I got the terracotta case with the cosmic orange iPhone, not the full bright orange case, and I think that this color combo looks really nice together. I do prefer the more muted earth tones in terms of orange than super bright, so I think that this just works really well. I'm very happy with it. And then to go with the phone, I got this moth origami tripod thing, and I got it in this color because they are complementary colors, and to me it looks really good. It's also kind of giving Life of a Showgirl album cover with the tealish green, blue, and the orange hues. I do think it looks really nice. It just connects with MagSafe. I don't have to keep it on all the time. I do use it on my day-to-day. The last 5 days, again, I haven't had this phone very long. I've been using it like this. It's not that heavy for me, but it's cool because you can literally just flip that like this, and then you have a little tripod anywhere you go, and you can obviously do landscape as well, and then you can close it if you want to hold it and you can move it around. This is not sponsored, by the way. It just works really well, and it's super compact and thin and fairly lightweight as well. So that's kind of my little setup that I have going on. Now let's get into what I actually have on my phone. This right here is my current wallpaper, and I'm saying current because I do usually change the photo of my wallpaper pretty frequently, but I don't ever change the widgets. At least I haven't for a very long time. So I always have the date and then the moon face at the very top, then I have the time, and then my widgets underneath are always the calendar, then my fitness rings, and then the weather. And then on the bottom I have the original ones, which are the flashlight and the camera, but you can change them now if you want to customize it, but I just like to keep that fairly simple. And that is my lock screen. Right now I just have a picture of the ocean because it just seems very nice and peaceful and calming to me right now. There's no other reason I didn't take this photo. Now if I swipe up, this is what you see when you come into my phone. It's the very first screen on the home page. If you don't know this about me already, I am a very big Apple fan, and I always use the Apple native apps compared to anything else. So for example, instead of Chrome or Google Maps or BBC Weather, I always use the Apple ones, except for, which you can see on the very bottom left corner, I have Spotify. Apple Music, I just never got into it because I was already a very loyal Spotify user, and I have curated my playlist, and the algorithm knows me very well, and I just can't give up Spotify Wrapped. I love it so much. I look forward to it every single year. So that is the one service that I don't give up. But I even use Apple TV sometimes. I obviously also use Netflix and stuff like that. But this is my first page. It's all the Apple apps, and I think it looks really nice, and I really like the design. I think it looks very clean, very colorful, and very bright. So I'm a very big fan of this layout, and I always have the weather widget because I check the weather so often. I don't know if this is an age thing. I'm about to turn 25 next month, but I generally find it so useful to check the weather before obviously making plans or dressing yourself, and I feel not everyone does that, and I just couldn't live like that. I need to know whether or not I need a jacket or what type of shirt I need, or pants or shoes, and yeah. And you may notice that the apps look quite large and you can't see their names. That is a fairly new feature, and you can customize it just by tapping your home screen to edit, and then tap edit, customize, and then this little icon right here of the 2 squares, if you tap on that, you can change it back to like the regular ones or going back to what I have, which I just prefer because like I use my phone all the time. I know what the apps are called and I don't need to have their names there, so this to me just looks cleaner and a bit more fun as well. Now I'm obviously not gonna go through and like list out every single app. I'm sure that you can recognize it. They're all very standard Apple apps. This little folder that I have down here is basically all of the other Apple apps that don't fit on the first page that I use way less often, if ever, but I don't want to delete them, so that is literally it. It's just all Apple on my first homepage. Then when you go to my second page, you can see that I have this right here. So I have my calendar widget, and then I have the reminders, but not for like an actual reminders list. I like to create focuses for each month, and I put these in a reminder so that I can add it as a widget and have it look really cute, and I can like remind myself of what my goals and focuses are for that month. And then I have my calendar widget as like the very first thing because I use my calendar religiously. I literally put in every single thing that I want to do, whether it's a reminder, a simple task like washing my hair, or something like an actual calendar event like meeting up with a friend. I will put everything on my calendar. Like today, for example, is washing duvet cover day, and then filming videos. I need to cook tonight and I'm making minced beef with vegetables and rice, and so I will literally put minced beef, vegetables and rice. I'm gonna do the dishes after dinner obviously, and then I need to walk and return some Amazon packages. So like every little thing, I will always plan out my day. I find that like block scheduling just is very satisfying to my brain. I don't always follow through with my schedule, but just using the calendar and being like, this is everything I want to get done today, and then I block it all out. It just gives me like a lot of peace of mind. So having that widget there is very useful so that I can always see it. Then on the bottom, as you can see, I have 3 folders, and then City Mapper is by itself. I did say I use Apple Maps. I use it for whenever I am walking or when Tim, my boyfriend, is driving because I don't drive. And City Mapper I use for all of the public transport in London because it's just easier in my opinion. Like it's always very, very accurate, and not to say that Apple Maps isn't, but I've just gotten used to using City Mapper for public transport. That's just what I do now. But in my folders, the very first one is a bunch of like different creative camera apps. The very first one is Lens Buddy. I will say I don't... Oh, hello, this is my floor. I don't use it very often. It's where you can kind of have the phone take pictures of yourself, but instead of the original camera timer where it just takes 1 picture, it can take as many as you want. So you can say like take 25 photos with 5 seconds in between each, and like a 10-second timer before all of them, and it will do that. But I do feel like the quality isn't the same as the actual camera app, and I prefer the camera one, so I don't use it very often, but I like having it there. Dazcam is one that has some pretty cool like film looking filters. One of my favorite cameras is this one here, the CPM35, and I don't pay for it. It's just the free version. Let's take a picture. There you go. That's what it looks like. So it just looks like a really cute grainy image. I really, really like Dazcam. Then the next 3 I just recently downloaded. I haven't actually gotten to play with them properly, but I was watching, I think it was Tyler Stallman's video on his iPhone 17 Pro, like photographers must-haves, and he mentioned these apps, and so I've just downloaded them, but I haven't tried them out yet. I don't know these apps names yet, so you can see here it's Open Cam, Mood, and then this one I remember is called Not Boring Camera, but it just says !camera. Oh, and this one I also haven't tried out yet. I think it's called Project Indigo. My friend told me about this app, but I haven't tried it out yet, so I can't talk about it. And then Snapseed, Tezza, and Lightroom are 3 different editing apps that I have on my phone, but I don't go to them very often, and you will see why in the next folder. But I do like to have them there to experiment with their editing stuff every once in a while. On the next folder, you can see I have this app right here, which is VSCO or VSCO Cam, and this has been a holy grail editing app of mine for so long now, since like high school, and that's the one that I edit most of my pictures in. I'll either use Apple's photo app because they have like some really good editing like filters almost in their style section, but VSCO is definitely my go-to when it comes to editing pictures. But here I kind of have like my main social media and creation apps. So obviously Instagram, TikTok, I have YouTube Studio to check out my analytics, Pinterest, YouTube, VSCO Cam, TikTok Studio, which I downloaded but I don't actually use. I just use the TikTok app. Then I have CapCut, and then I just recently downloaded Instagram Edits, but I haven't tried that one out yet. And then on the last folder I have kind of my like most important utilities app, I would say. So I have my 2 banking apps, which is HSBC see in Monzo. Then I have Notion, which is where I keep a lot of my content creation stuff, and then also I'm doing the artist way and I'm keeping my like a dashboard of everything I'm learning and the tasks I have to do on there. Then I have Vinted, where I sell clothes and accessories. Then I have my fitness tracking app for my Apple Watch. I have Little Plus app, which is really good. And then this cloud home system from Western Digital. This one, I think it's called Nano Leaf or something. It's like the lights that we have that you can control with your phone and like change the color and stuff. I just got them off Amazon. And then Oral-B, because I have a electric toothbrush that connects to my phone. Very extra, but I do like it. That is everything that I have. The other page is literally just my app library, where I have all of my other apps, because I do have like I think 250 apps on my phone, but like these are the only ones that I go to very often. Anything else that I need, I'll just search for it by pulling down on my phone and then accessing it from there, or just going to the app library. So that was everything that I have on my phone. But like I mentioned, I did go to see Katy Perry last night, and I was able to put this camera to the test, and it was so good. So I really wanted to include some like concert pictures and videos that I took, but I don't want to get copyrighted for this video, so I will be putting like music on top of it. But I'll put as many details as I can of like the actual photo, so whether it was a photo taken during video recording, which I do that a lot, or whether it was like an actual photo that I took. I really hope that you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please leave a like down below, as that really helps me out, and also subscribe to see more from me. And I'll see you all in my next one. Bye!